So you join us now in the main ring for the final of the Eukanuba Challenge. You were with us last night for the semi-finals. Now we come to the main event.
The final 12 dogs from all over the world, top dogs from their countries, and we're going to see the final 12 competing for the big prize tonight.
Dogs from around the globe gathered under their nation's flags in a showdown of the world's greatest dogs. From this international field, 12 champions were selected from across 3 sections to advance to the best of the best finals to begin in just a moment from now. First, please welcome into the ring Johan van der Rijkschoten, Vice President of Pet International Spectrum Brands. He will be escorting our Eukanuba World Challenge Best of the Best judge, Laurent Pichard.
So here comes our judge for the evening, Frank. This is Laurent Pichard from Switzerland, yes?
He's from Switzerland. He's been breeder of American Cocker Spaniels for many years, and some other Spaniels and Poodles. Highly successful, well known throughout the world.
We are thrilled to present the contenders of this 10th Eukanuba World Challenge.
Now let's bring the dogs in.
The Greyhound.
The first of our finalists from Norway, the Greyhound, Jet's Man in the Moon.
From the Netherlands, the Bearded Collie.
And from the Netherlands, it's the Bearded Collie. The Bearded Collie.
Representing the European Dog Show,
by the national
Chow Chow.
flag bearer.
And the winner of the Euro Dog Show for 2016, the Chow Chow, King of Egypt, de los Perros de Vigo.
Now, here's the representative from Finland, the American
this
Cocker.
Tibetan Terrier is representing the country.
From Germany, the Tibetan
New
Terrier.
Zealand, all the way, it's this Bichon
And
Frise.
all the way from New Zealand, it's the Bichon Frise.
Coming from Indonesia, put your hands together for the Jack Russell Terrier.
The delightful little Jack Russell Terrier.
Representing
Portugal. Indonesia.
It's this Basset Hound.
And there from Portugal, it's the Basset Hound, the tricolour Basset Hound.
Italy, it's this Maltese.
The Italian representative in this final, the Maltese champion, wins a
South
Fortune
Korea.
Valentina's
It's
Magic.
the Bulldog.
Pop a big cheer for the British Bulldog.
Coming all the way from Russia.
Come all the way from
Poodle.
Indonesia, from South Korea.
And the final contender.
And here we have the toy poodle representing Russia, Evax Watermark.
Representing Mexico.
And very appropriately for Mexico, it's the Chihuahua.
So these are our finalists. And our judge for the evening, Laurent Pichard from Switzerland, is going to be sorting them out to find the winner of this year's Eukanuba World Challenge, staged for this year at Crufts 2017.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands once together for the 12 contestants in the Eukanuba World Challenge 2016.
These 12 came through the semi-finals last night, selected by 3 other judges.
Start, and before we ask our judge to go over these dogs, can I ask the American Cocker Spaniel from France to please step forward?
This is a delightful piece of dogmanship, of sportsmanship. The American Cocker Spaniel was actually bred in the kennel of our judge tonight, and therefore they're not going to compete. They're withdrawing their legitimate place in the competition out of a sense of sportsmanship, and instead are going to be allowed to do a lap of honour.
Yes, it's very sporting. It's too close for comfort for the breeder to judge a dog he's bred. So that's a great pity that he's got this far but then has to withdraw. But that's absolutely the correct and the sporting thing to do. And a very nice tricolour American Cocker. Great style. The sloping top line, so typical of the breed.
The ring is all yours for judging.
So having a reminder of those finalists, of course, having watched the judging last night where Liz Cartledge, Carmen Navarra and Jean-Jacques Dupas from France sent through these finalists from the different sections they were in.
Just walking down the line, taking in the outline. Very striking outline of the toy poodle there. Full of concentration now. 11 top dogs.
And here's the first of them from Norway, Jet's Man in the Moon, 3-year-old greyhound dog, owned by Stepanka Harakova, handled by Agnes, is it Gentes? You will know.
It's Olga Jetnes, yes.
Well.
This is dog of the year for Norway, top dog in Norway.
And of course, Espen Eng's Jet's Kennel, very famous in greyhounds, superb stock.
And this one is a Best in Show winner all over Europe, and a Best in Show winner in the United Kingdom as well. These sleek, flowing lines and the elegant movement of the greyhound. There's nothing to hide on a greyhound. They're fit for function dogs, everything built for galloping and speed.
So there we go, moving out round the ring. A last chance to show his stuff. Jet's Man in the Moon. Had show careers in the USA, UK, Norway, Sweden and Denmark. A very successful show dog is Henry.
The judge of this section yesterday and who selected that dog. Now we have the bearded collie from the Netherlands.
Now we've got the bearded collie from the Netherlands. Beardy Connections Kenji. He's known as Kenji. He's a big Best in Show winner, 26 times Best in Show. So that's it. Winning in Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, Germany and Denmark and the Czech Republic. So he's a well-travelled dog.
Owned by Rinus and Annika Otto. Handled by Annika in the ring tonight. Well known to competitors in the Netherlands as one of the top show dogs of recent years. The bearded collie, Kenji.
And a Best in Show winner at their big Amsterdam Winners Show, which was their top show, the equivalent of Krups in the Netherlands. There's Kenji doing his stuff. 5 years old now. He's had a long career and a very successful career.
Super shot of the expression of that beautiful beardy.
Broad skull and lovely expression.
Winner of Best in Show at the European Dog Show, Ramesses, the Chow Chow, 3.5 years old, King of Egypt, de los Perros de Vigo. Owned by Nuria Vigo Naberson, who's handling in the ring tonight.
And again, this is another 26 Best in Shows again for this dog and all over Europe. He was world winner in '95. He's won in Italy, France, Spain, Switzerland, Holland and Luxembourg, Gibraltar. So, but above all, he's a wonderful dog. He's squarely built, in beautiful coat, and you know they are a wonderful breed. But they can be very stubborn. But this one is a great show dog, which has won him a lot of awards.
And that classic rolling gait as he goes. So sound.
The Chow relatively stilted in its gait from a moderate angulation in the rear. It's not a free striding, but it's very correct for the breed.
And a blue tongue, always a blue tongue.
The judge is very much used to the Euclid World Challenge. As I mentioned before, he has bred 2 dogs to win overall the Euclid World Challenge.
And now looking at the representative for Germany, it's the Tibetan Terrier, Falamandus Remastered Edition. A Tibetan Terrier who's 4 years old. And the owners are Sabine and Katja Raut. It's Katja who's handling here. And again, he's won everything there is a dog can win in Germany, Netherlands, Poland, right across Europe, and also in the USA. Now, the Tibetan Terrier has to be squarely built. Hardy, carrying a level top line.
Good and nimble on those feet.
And striding out well. And they have rather flat feet, Jessica, because that's for working on the sands of the desert. They're a flat-footed breed.
And apparently Kiwi is not only a fantastic show dog, but a much beloved pet. A fabulous dog to live at home who steals everybody's snacks at every opportunity.
The thing about these great show dogs is that they are family companions and pets. It's they just turn on the action when they get into the show ring.
Now, the representative from New Zealand, this is the Bichon Frise Image. Shandao, it's all about Image. 4.5-year-old dog, bred by Elsie Rennie, who I presume is handling in the ring tonight as well. And it's the second Bichon from the Shandao kennel to represent New Zealand in this prestigious competition.
It's a long way from New Zealand to the NEC in Birmingham, but he seems to have taken it all in his stride. This is, in New Zealand, he was Dog of the Year, and when he was young, Pup of the Year as well, so that's remarkable. Now 4.5 years of age. A Mediterranean breed. This Bichon Frise means white dog with a slightly corkscrew curled coat and lovely dark pigmentation there we can see.
Proper little showman. That's Image, Shandao, it's all about Image, representing New Zealand.
Dark pigment and eyes, and looking up at its owner.
Yesterday saw prejudging, and there were 3 sections of dogs split into approximately 10 or 11.
Now representing Indonesia, the Jack Russell Terrier, Sandy Diamond Arishem the Judge. Now this is a breed which has had classes at Crufts for the first time. We had marvellous entry and the public have really taken to them. So here's one that was Dog of the Year in Indonesia. Owned by Anthony Vijaya. Although they're a breed which was native to the United Kingdom, they were developed as show dogs in Australia, but they look as though they've taken off all over the world as show dogs.
But still, when you look at that, every bit the little working terrier, you can imagine that one, instead of pristine white, scruffy as anything, down a hole,
and
ratting in the barn.
Going to ground, yes, and there's a beautiful top line and tail. Yes.
Super little show dog.
Was here yesterday. Jack Russell's had breed classes on in the breed rings for the very first time at Crufts, so it's wonderful to see one represented in the Eukanuba World Challenge as well.
The Jack Russell Terrier.
The Jack Russell Terrier.
Stepping out with style. The public have taken the Jack Russell to their heart at Crufts this year. I think they've been very popular.
So next, representing Portugal, a hound this time. This is Yogi Bear de Sete Minhos. Yogi for short. He's a dog. He's owned by Raquel Calachau. Is it Calachau?
Yes, Calachau, who's handling here actually. Yeah. And bred in the famous kennel of Jose Hamem de Mello, a famous breeder.
A heavy-built dog, but nonetheless one that should be able to look like he could do a day's work.
And here's another one that's won all over Europe, a multi-group winner and best in show winner. He's travelled to Malta, Portugal, where he's won best in show. The Basset Hound, although they're quite sturdily built, they have to have ground clearance so they can move well, and they have to be athletic. Nothing exaggerated or cumbersome about them.
Super level top line on the move, this one, and just look at that stern going. White tip on the end, so it doesn't matter where he's hunting, you're going to be able to see him.
And it's thought that those long ears encased the scent when they had their heads down working.
Looks like he's got a pair of chamois leathers there. Now representing Italy, we have the Maltese.
Now this is a famous dog, Cincinetta Ian Summerhalder. He's almost 4 now, Dog of the Year in Italy, a Best in Show winner in the United Kingdom as well. He's bred by Franco Prosperi in Italy, but shown here by Javier Gonzalez Mendicote, who's the usual handler for him. This wonderfully glamorous Maltese with his white silky coat, dark pigmentation. You can see why he's caught the judge's eye in all the countries he's been to.
Yes, confirmed a champion in Spain, Croatia, Portugal, Russia, Finland, the UK, Slovenia, Greece, Cyprus and Switzerland. That's quite a roll call.
And actually a few years ago, this dog's father won the toy group at Crufts. So he's following in family footsteps. This dark pigmentation around the eye rims and the nose and the lips, which sets off all of the white breeds. Now, this is looking really well. This level top line, the tail carried over the back. I think he's looking the part tonight. Beautiful outline and balance, rock steady in the top line. A small dog, but full of personality and confidence.
And just look at that expression, the determination on that little face. We were so impressed with this dog in the semi-finals last night, weren't we? From South Korea, this is Dice Major League, Pop-A-Top, Roll of the Dice, a British Bulldog.
And the standard asks for a sour mug expression, and that's exactly what we've got there.
And of course, he's shown differently from the others. He's not stood side on, he's face on to the judge, because the judge wants to see that bulldog head and that wide set front.
And the wide front with the low centre of gravity, so they could stand the ground against bulls originally when they were bulldogs.
And such a free moving one, this is representing South Korea, of course. Belongs to Ji Sung Koo, handled by Jin Woo Lee in the ring.
And this dog has won in the United States, China, the Philippines and Thailand. Marvellous career he's had. And a great personality. Look at him standing his ground there.
Always face on to the judge so he can get the most impressive angle on this breed.
And I think a crowd favourite here. So absolutely chilled out in the atmosphere of the big ring.
He looks like he's taking a trot down to the park, doesn't he? He's not remotely concerned about any of this. Super looking dog.
Beautifully clean eyes, big nostrils, which are important for the shorter faced breeds.
All of these dogs are here tonight.
Now, what a contrast from the British Bulldog to the Russian representative. Evac's watermark. This is Pitt, a toy poodle.
And he's only 20 months of age, so he's done very well and a great career. He's handled here by Natalia Mankova, who bred him and owns him and co-owns him with Anna Stepkina. And they come from Russia, but he's also won in Czechoslovakia, and he's had 11 best in shows all round Europe. Now, if you want a show dog, the poodle's hard to beat. They love the show ring, this short back, this long neck, the tail carried high, and great driving action. This is a beautiful, beautiful profile and type on this toy poodle.
Because, of course, there's so much more to a poodle than that coat. People at home often tend to dismiss them because of the fancy coat. In fact, they are the most intelligent, outgoing, fantastic companions poodle. They're brilliant little dogs.
And, of course, the toy poodle is a miniaturized breed, and they come down from a duck retriever. The standard poodle were used originally as duck retrievers. So we'll talk about those later in the utility group. Very stylish.
And the last of our competitors now, representing Mexico appropriately, this is Sonito Sanosfilo Sanchez, a Chihuahua.
Now, they may be the smallest breed in the world, but they don't know that. They're full of confidence. They can take on anything, and they're unabashed with any situation. Here he is, this little Chihuahua with a domed skull, this large flared ears and those big dark eyes.
And of course they come in two different coat types. The longer coat, this is a short coat. Nothing to hide there.
And the tail carried like a little scimitar over the back with a lovely level top line.
Might be the smallest in this ring, but certainly full of self-importance. That's it, get yourself together to move nicely. Very excited.
Well.
So there we have our Mexican representative, the Chihuahua. All have now been looked at by our judge, Laurent Pichard. And then he will decide who is going to win the Eukanuba World Challenge for 2017. Quality dogs in that lineup,
yes,
Frank.
I think he's going to have his work cut out here, and very experienced, Laura, and I think that Maltese looks marvellous tonight, and the Bulldog also. Look, everything. He could go anywhere because they're all full of quality.
All, of course, top dogs in their own right in the countries they're representing here tonight.
I think he's going to send them round. Here he'll take...
That will have been the purpose of bringing them in size order, so you don't have a greyhound running down a chihuahua. They're all going to take a final turn of this big ring.
This is where the judge will be looking at their top lines, their reach in the front movement, that they're getting the hocks well underneath them. A rather different type of movement from the chow, but it's breed typical movement, and that's important. And there is the little Bichon.
All of these competitors, look at them, just lifting themselves that little bit in response to the audience, because of course they're show dogs.
Yes.
These dogs have been shown all over the world. They know when they're doing well.
And there is the Maltese. He looks marvellous tonight, and so does this bulldog. Look at that for cool customer.
What a wonderful representative of one of these shorter face breeds, so sound.
And the cheeky Chihuahua.
He doesn't know he's the smallest in there.
Last but not least, in self-importance.
Can I please ask Jose Ibanez to come now into the ring? He's the Eukanuba World Challenge Show Chairman. He's going to collect the decision from the judge.
So here we go. Final decisions time. We think we're going to get third, second, and then first. Hold that moment.
So this is building up to a climax now. Big prize for the winner.
And there's the trophy in the foreground. Who's it going to be handed to?
Now I see.
Awards to be presented by Judge Lauren Pichard include the first runner-up, who will be awarded a prize of €1,500. The next, the runner-up, will be chosen with a prize of €2,500. And finally, the Eukanuba World Challenge Champion. This winner will be awarded a prize of €7,500. And the Kennel Club of the winning dog will be presented with a cheque of €3,500.
So a prestigious prize.
And we're going to see the third place, that's the second runner-up. So we'll see the third place dog coming out first.
We will now invite all finalists for a final
Oh.
Oh, they're making us wait.
There they go. Well, he knows who's good. In Laurent's own mind, he knows he's given out the awards to the commentators. So this is just a lap of honour for all of them, all 11 who are left. Remember,
And of course, all such deserving winners. They're top dogs in the countries they represent here tonight. They've got nothing to prove, but how fantastic that we get the opportunity to see all of these international top dogs together in the same ring.
And what's your eye telling you, Jessica? Any favourites
Well,
here?
I have a hugely soft spot for that bulldog. I think the Russian poodle looks absolutely superb tonight. Little Jack Russell.
And the Maltese looks marvellous,
Yes.
I think, from here. Anyway, we're not in the ring, but...
We haven't got our hands on the dogs. We're only looking from ringside. Here we go, the boards are out. Oh my goodness, and
the first runner-up for the Eukanuba World Challenge, Simon Luxmore, the chairman of the Kennel Club, who will be presenting our runner-up.
So here comes Simon Luxmore, chairman of the Kennel Club, who's going to present
and Rafael de Santiago,
first runner-up,
Van
effectively third
Vice
place.
President, Pet Europe Spectrum Brands, owner of Eukanuba, who will bring the World Challenge Trophy from Eukanuba. Give them a round of applause.
Suitably gigantic checks propped up against the boards there.
So, first runner-up of the Eukanuba World Challenge 2016. In third place is...
big fanfare. Who's it going to be?
the English Bulldog!
Oh, fantastic. So the Bulldog is in there.
Marvellous. Great favourite of the crowd. Put on a great show. Marvellous for the breed to have a healthy, sound representative like this. He's He's getting 1,500 euros. That'll buy him a bit of dog
And
food
on
to last him, I
to
think, Jessica.
Or his
runner-up.
airfare.
In second place is the toy poodle from Russia.
And the toy poodle's in there. Oh, I'm feeling-
Jessica, you're spot on. The toy poodle. Now, marvellous, only a young dog, 20 months of age. All the way from Russia. Clever breeders in Russia.
Evax
Now,
watermark.
Now, Jessica,
gonna be the winner?
Maltese or Chow, what do you think? There where I'm leaning
Okay,
myself.
do you want to know the winner?
Do you want to know the winner?
Oh,
The Eukanuba World Challenge 2016 trophy. It goes to representing Italy. It's
It
the
is the
Maltese.
Maltese.
oh, marvellous. Marvellous. Put on a faultless show. A beautiful dog. Look at that.
Champion Winds of Fortune, Valentina's Magic. Worked magic this evening, taking the Eukanuba World Challenge. Spot on,
Ladies and
Frank.
gentlemen, please stand to celebrate and applaud the Maltese from Italy. The Eukanuba World Challenge champion wins a cheque of €7,500 euros. A prize of €3,500 euros goes also to the Kennel
Yes,
Club
it's
of Italy, which
marvellous-
has selected
marvellous
this
vic-
magnificent
marvellous
dog
victory.
who's just been crowned best of the best.
And
at the
actually, Mike,
Eukanuba
I've got the wrong
World
notes in front of me, so
Challenge.
it's totally the wrong name.
Ladies
It's
and
little
gentlemen,
Chinetty Ian Summerhandler, isn't that from the
honour the
Vampire
champion.
Diaries?
Ian
Yes,
Summerhalder,
yes,
she's
yes.
totally drop dead
This
gorgeous
Maltese
from the Vampire
representing-
Diaries.
Yes.
Please now all stand to
Chinechita
listen
Ian
to the national
Summerhalder, the
anthem
Maltese.
of Italy.
Beautiful.
Winner of the Eukanuba World Challenge.